Okay, Dad was the talker, but Mom was the doer.
Hey, what did you get, bread cup from heaven?
Well, what do you think made it? The bread. Anyhow. All right, this is a couple of Dad's famous sayings. When we were young, commercial on TV for Commonwealth Edison, the electric company, Little Bill. Dad used to go walking through the house, flipping all the lights off, saying, "Little Bill's a liar." Whenever there was a discussion with Dad, or he wanted you to do something, when you think you almost had your point across, he'd slam the door and say, "You do it because I'm the father." All right, if there was something that he didn't want you to do, he'd say, "When you get your own house, you can do whatever you want." Somebody forgot to tell my kids about that rule.
That's my job. Next we have our youngest sister, Babs, and she's going to come up and share something with you.
Hello. I'm the youngest.
Hey, Babs, turn sideways at least. Babs. Barb.
How about that?
I see your back.
I'm going to share with you 10 of the things that make being a Catholic. The top 10 things of being a Catholic.
Hold the mic close to your mouth.
Mary's still trying to tell her what to do.
Number 10, visits to see Mr. McKinley. Visits to see Mr. McKinley. McKinley Park. Number 9, having enough kids to perform The Sound of Music. Number 8, growing up with a swimming pool in your own backyard. Number 7, earning an orange report card.
Explain what that is.
Oh yeah, ice cream. Always ice cream. Number 6, learning to dance the polka. 1, 2, 3. Number 5, sharing every birthday with the Crossy Girls and the Pergulas. Number 4, parish picnics, also known as pizza picnics. Number 3, having steak every Saturday. Followed by a close number 2, the Saturday night sing-alongs. And number 1, watching the Bears and getting to play our mom's bugle on the rare occasions when they won.
Thank you, Babs. Next we have sister number 2, Janine.
What? Whatever. I'm ready. Whenever you are.
Okay. So now again. Is this loud enough?
Yes.
I made a list of the gifts that our parents gave us, figurative things they taught us, let's say. And I want to reiterate what Vicki said about, and explain too. It wasn't like Dad just talked and didn't do anything, but he was good at talking. He was good at talking, and Mom was very, very good at doing without needing to talk. So that's why he's got all the sayings, and Mom's legacy is more, things that have been done instead of said. So anyway, I have this list, and I probably, not everything is on it. I don't want to talk all night or anything. It's a partial list. There are probably some very important things that I'm forgetting, but anyway, here's a sample. Let's see. Number 1, we'll start off with Mom's big contributions, which would be patience and long-suffering. You can, read into that whatever you like.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, trips to the ER. Mom just never broke into a sweat. You know, there were 7 of us, and we all went there, and she was cool under the whole thing. She made eggs for us to order. Everybody got to decide. You know, she didn't make a big pot of eggs. Anyway, that was easy. You could order your eggs, and we of course still complained because we didn't like eggs that much. But well, and she never wanted anything fancy. It was, you know, if you wanted Mom to have a present that she would be sure of liking, you didn't go out and spend a lot of money. You would go and get a jar of herring and cream sauce. And she always loved that. Okay, well, on to another gift that our parents gave us was sports. Sports was very important in our family, and it didn't matter if you were a girl or a boy. Sports was something good for you, and everybody enjoyed it, and we were encouraged without fail. And Lisa could probably tell you more about that. Another thing that was a great gift to us from my parents was music. Dad was always breaking into song, you know. I mean, when people would say about musicals, people don't go around breaking into song. And I said, well, yes, they do. Dad does. And my mom would always have something playing on the stereo to, you know, help the work along. And you know, Mary could probably say more about some music things, and Carolyn also. Another gift that they would probably be surprised that I would include on this list is an appreciation of nature. We didn't go camping as a family, and my dad hated fishing, and you know, but we went to picnics. We went to those wonderful picnics, and we had breakfast in the woods, and we went to McKinley Park. And we saw the beautiful Lake Michigan that was so big you couldn't see the other side from an airplane. And I became a field biologist, and my baby sister became a vet. So somehow we got a love of nature. Another gift from my parents is appreciation of our Polish heritage. Polish jokes were not funny in my family. We did not laugh at them. And to this day, you know, I always give people a frown when they try to do that. Work. They taught us about work. My dad worked a lot. Lots of overtime. My mom never slept. She was always working. When we were old enough to get jobs, we had to contribute part of our paycheck, and I think that's why Vicki has so many points racked up. Is that right? Celebration was something that was a gift to us. We're having a party now, and every important event in life goes with the party, and dancing and everything else. And let's see. Oh yes. Well, now we're down to the end of the list, and the next gift would be romance. And I'm not going to go into the obvious stuff. You guys can deal with that, or you can think what you want. But in my family, especially because my dad's kind of thing was, my dad loved to set the mood. He just loved to set the mood. We had to have candlelight dinner. We had to have dinner by candlelight for many Saturdays, as I recall. We thought it was kind of kooky, but when I look back, I thought, oh, that's kind of nice. And also, you know, just whatever was going on, we had the right kind of music in the background, and you know, we had a fireplace it was not a real fireplace, but it did set the mood. It was part of the importance of romance in my family. And last and most important, I know they would say, is the gift they gave us was faith. I think my parents worry sometimes that when they go to heaven or get to the door or whatever, God's going to say, you know, not all your children are going to church, and but I don't think that's going to be a problem yet. I really don't think so.
I thought you never listened.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think that'll be a problem because my parents gave us the gift of faith, and most importantly, our house was a house of love, as you say. So, who's next?
Thank you, Gene. Now I'd like to call up the only boy, our brother Gene.
Okay,
Glasses.
I get to do the 10 worst list. Kind of appropriate, huh? Okay, and this is the 10 worst list about growing up, not the 10 worst list. And unfortunately, some of these things not everybody's going to get. And that's probably the funniest things. I feel sorry because the things you're not going to get are the things that are really hilarious. Like number 10, the first one, oatmeal for breakfast every Monday. Or lunch for some of us. I wonder who. Number 9, 9 people, 1 bathroom. You didn't want to miss your assigned time. Right, Vic? Number 8, 7 kids in 2 bedrooms. For those of us lucky enough to have bedrooms.
Your turn.
Number 7, the agony of being a Bear fan.
Sorry.
Number 6, tight budgets which caused whole milk to be cut with non-fat dry milk and leftover concoctions. Okay, this one's more for my sisters. Number 5, hand-me-downs from every cousin and neighbor in this greater Chicagoland area. I had a couple hand-me-downs, not many.
I had them all.
Number 4, 6 sisters.
Poor thing.
Even though my dad kept telling me he was trying to have a brother for me. Hey, I got proof it's easy, right? Mark? Danny, what do you think? Get on to it. Here's a great one nobody's going to get. Number 3, bowling balls in your backyard. Number 2, which I'm sure a lot of kids my age here will be able to relate to. Adults who switch to Polish when they don't want to know what you're talking about. And the number 1 worst thing is, everywhere you go, they know your father.
Thank you, Gene. Now I'd like to bring out Mary, and I actually made a mistake. I was supposed to open up with her, but I was thinking that we had to go in birth order, so I did let her go first. But Mary is going to sing a song that's one of my dad's favorites.
Okay, this is supposed to be the welcome song. One of the things I'm most grateful for is the gift of music, of course. And my daughters were able to share that gift. You can't hear me? Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to open this up because I was looking at some videos from like 20 years ago, and now my big camera. Okay. And a song that came on like 3 or 4 times just spontaneously was
we're never too busy to say hello. So those of you that know that song, would you please sing along with me? This was to open up the party, right? Okay, ready? We're never too busy to say hello. We're never too busy to say hello. We're never too busy to say hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you, Mary. I'm next, and I've been able to be up here already a little bit, but I'm not going to read any lists. I just want to talk about a couple of gifts that Janine alluded to that have impacted my life. It's funny when you grow up in a house with 9 people, we're all in the same environment, but what you pick up on and what you run with is different for everybody. And there's 3 things that I think were gifts from my parents that touched me in a way that has allowed me to be successful and to follow a dream and to go do something that, maybe 20 years ago or 30 years ago wouldn't have seemed like something I would do. I'm a Division I basketball coach. I think most of you know that. And as Janine mentioned, sports were always something that was a very important part of our lives. And one of the reasons I think I became interested in basketball and was fortunate enough to have opportunities and be successful with those opportunities was that in our household, you were never told that you couldn't do something. We were a family of 6 girls and 1 boy. You would think that the boy would be the one that was into sports and the girls would be off doing something else. Well, we all played sports, and we all had the mentality that you can do whatever you want to do. You shouldn't be held back, or you shouldn't be stopped from following your dream just because you were a girl. Just some examples. When I was in 2nd grade, my first athletic goal was to be the first woman in the NFL. And for Christmas that year, my Christmas list included football equipment. Now, my parents never said, no, you can't do that, but they were smart enough not to buy me football equipment for Christmas. But there was just always an attitude of do whatever you want to do, pursue your dreams, and be the best that you can be. And that was something I think in a lot of ways was ahead of its time in just what society was like with us growing up. So for that, I'm very thankful, and I think has a lot to do with why I was able to go on and play basketball and get a scholarship and play and now become a coach. The 2 other things that I feel very appreciative of my parents is, first of all, the work ethic and understanding from both of my parents to see how hard my dad worked every day and at a job that wasn't a lot of fun, that he had to do to feed our family, but his philosophy and his theory was always, if you're going to do something, do it right. And even if you don't like to do it, if you're going to put yourself into it, then don't sell yourself short and just be the best you can be and work as hard as you can. And I saw that in the hours that my father put in, and I saw that in everything that my mom had to do to run our household. She didn't work outside the home, but she worked her butt off inside the home. The other part of that, the other side of that is, if you're going to work as hard as we're all going to work, well, you better know how to have fun, because life is too short. And that goes back to being in 4th or 5th grade and waking up at 3 in the morning in the middle of the night, and there's all this noise downstairs. And my parents just came home from a party, and they brought all their friends with them at 3 in the morning. And they did that more than once. But just the value of understanding how, as important as it is to work hard, it's important to play hard and to, it's something I use with my players as a coach, but to put yourself into something and as hard as you work and as much as you sweat and as much of yourself that you give, you need to enjoy life too and to celebrate. And that's what we're doing today. Finally, and I will hand the mic over to someone else, just the pride that I know that I feel as the daughter of my parents, because I know the pride that my mom and dad feel that you're all able to be here, and our family and all the things that everyone in our family, each of the children, all the grandchildren, everything that we've achieved is a reflection of everything my mom and dad have given us. And I know I stand here today very, very proud of that, and I know that they're proud as well. So thank you for all of that. And we have Carolyn next. Not good with this microphone stuff.
we've kind of touched on some of this already, but for me personally, Mom and Dad, of all the gifts that you've given us, song is probably the most important to me. My fondest childhood memories involve being gathered around singing together. Whether it was Sing Along with Mitch, the album Mom often listened to when she was working around the house, or fighting over who got to do the boom da 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 to Yamusa Concha. Our voices came together, calming the chaos that often accompanies 9 people living under the same roof. Throughout my life, song has proven to be a source of great healing and joy. It has allowed me to cope in the darker moments and provided solace during life's journeys and helped me through personal transformations and self-discoveries. It has been the rock I have clung to when my faith in humanity has wavered. It is the gift your children have passed on to their children and shared with those whom they cherish. On this joyous occasion of your 50th year together, we, your children, would like to give back to you with the gift of song.
Just want to make sure I get everybody in the shot.
This is, there's probably about, if we had to say their favorite, we'd probably come up with about 10 songs, but
Yeah.
if you had to pick one, I think my dad would probably say
It's recording.
this is his favorite.
We're all his favorite.
It's on everyone's.
Well, that would have been a good idea to find out who we're now.
That's okay, it's better here.
All right, who's going to start?
I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it the fact that I'm ugly? I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it the fact that I'm ugly? I think my whole house and home, my children don't want me no more. That talk inside the house they bring, and when I talk they start to sing. Mama look up, boo boo, they shout. Their mother tells them, shut up your mouth. There's your daddy. Oh no, my daddy can't be ugly, so shut your mouth, go away. Mama look up, boo boo, day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama look up, boo boo, day. Due to the children's behavior, John, yes, Pop, come here a moment. Bring the doctor much to ingredients. John says it's James who started first. James tells a story in reverse. I drag my belt from off your waist. You should hear them screaming around the place. Mama, look up, boom, boom. They shout. Their mother tells them, shut up your mouth. That is your daddy. Oh no, my daddy can't be ugly, so shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look up, boo boo day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look up, boo boo day. These children ain't got no behavior, so I began to question the mother. These children ain't got no behavior. They're played with blue, my wife declared. You should be proud of them, my dear. These children were taught to bloom and slack. There ain't no kind of joke to crack. Mama, look up, boo boo. They shout. Their mother tell them, shut up your mouth. That is your daddy. Oh no, my daddy can't be ugly, so shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look up, boo boo day. Ooh, shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look up, boo boo day. Ooh, shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look up, boo boo day. Shut your mouth! And that concludes the children's portion of the program.
That's not fair. Now we have to follow that music, right? I quit. You forgot something. Okay. All those drunks that are in the band, please come back to the bandstand.
No, I don't need them.
We learned how to drink too. She forgot something. Where'd she go?
We were able to get some awards for my mom and dad. One is from the governor, and one is from a congressman congratulating them on their 50th wedding anniversary. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Uncle Flory here, who was the best man at the wedding, to read it.
This is from the governor of the state of Illinois. As governor, and on behalf of the family and the citizens of the state of Illinois, it's my pleasure to congratulate Gene and Carol Kasparis, celebrating their 50th anniversary. Each anniversary that was celebrated is a testament to strength for your commitment in one another. Your mutual love and respect has guided you through good times and bad times. May your bond grow stronger in each coming year, and may your love and affection continue to be reaffirmed. Again, as honor to have an opportunity to wish you a happy anniversary and offer my best wishes, continued happiness. Sincerely, Governor Rod Bogdanovich. Here's another one from the state of Illinois House of Representatives. Gene and Carol Kasparis, in recognition of 50 years of marriage, I commend their hard work in both building and maintaining a successful marriage, and further wishes them many happy years together in the future. Signed, Michael Madigan. Gene and Carol, 50 years is a very long time. I was there when you were back there going to Stupidville on the bus. And look at it. What is it? 6 children and 13 grandchildren? And 13 grandchildren. What a blessing and a reward for life. Thank you. God bless you. Florian and Carol Barron.
Okay, right now we need all the cadets to please come up to the front. The singing never ends. I have the words. I don't know the words. You guys are. Here they come. Okay.
Over here? Okay.
Hold on, let me get this going. Okay, you thought you heard singing already, huh? To the Kasprovich children, you're not alone. I know what it's like to go places with a father that everyone knows. And you're a little luckier than me. You don't have a band that he's the manager of. But anyway, these gentlemen here are known as the cadets. And to those of you that don't know who the cadets are, they're friends of Gene, and they played ball together and had fun together and did a lot of drinking together. And they were rehearsing Uncle Gene and Auntie Carol. If you didn't know that, they've had several rehearsals. So, Father, I think you have an announcement to make?
Just start the song now.
Now, gentlemen, don't be afraid of the microphones. Get as close as you can. We'll try to play softly so they can hear you. Sketchy,
short translation of what we sang. And wish, with a bouquet of flowers, we wish Jean and Carol on this special day happiness, health, and long life. And may God be with you always, forever.
Okay. We'll give him.
Now in the second song that we will sing, I think it's a favorite for Jean and Carol. So we'll get on with it right now. And let everybody join in, because I think that you will all know the song. Yeah.
shortness of translation of this song is how swiftly by the moments, how swiftly our young lives pass us by. In a year, a day, a moment, we may not all be here. That's the gist of the song. And now, we'd like to present Gene by our manager, Edward Duprick.
Jane, Carol, on behalf of our great team, the Cadets, I would like to present this to you on your 50 great years marriage. Here you are, my sir.
And also, I'd like to present this flower bouquet of roses, which is the song that we sang for Gene and Carol, with the best of luck and health and happiness.
Hey, Gene, why don't you stand up there with the cadets and then we'll take a picture of you.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
It's picture time.
That was a
Why did Mr. Barron take his glasses off?
Why didn't
We
they?
won't recognize you.
Oh, no. Well,
Pills they take.
Get the hook.
I know. Oh,
I just am so pleased that the children of Gene and Carol gave me this opportunity to say what I want to say on behalf of the cadets, which are great people that I knew since I was 16 years old. And,
yeah.
of course, I'm not that old.
Well,
Well, it goes like this. I know their eldest son, or their only son, and his wife sent us all a letter asking that we send some mementos or pictures or a short story on memories of Gene and Carol. Well, seeing we moved 4 times in 49 years, God knows where our pictures are. So Len and I sat down one night, and I like to talk, which everybody knows. And a little story goes like this. Dear Carol and Gene, our most sincere congratulations on your 50th wedding anniversary. You are celebrating something most people do not get to enjoy. We have known both of you for over 50 years. You are an example of what marriage, dedication is all about. Love for one another and a beautiful family. You have raised, God has blessed you very much. We have had many happy times together, some sad times, but most of all, many good times. I was most likely the first girl in St. Peter and Paul to invite a young man out. I had the pleasure of asking Gene to accompany me to see Sonia Henney.
you paid for the ticket.
He accepted. He accepted, but you know who paid for the tickets.
Gotta wait till it's working.
We enjoyed it to the fullest. You read the rest. So may we give you both our very best of love, happiness, and peace on the very special occasion of your 50th wedding enjoyment. Love, Carol and Len. P.S. Carol, stretch as we all knew her. You were always a much better basketball player than me. And then you got the big guy, and you went to the dance. So today, as the song goes, you have a choice. Should I sit it out or should I dance? And I think we all should dance.
Tell me I may always dance the anniversary waltz with you. Tell me this is real romance, an anniversary dream come true. Let this be the anthem to our future years, to millions of smiles and a few little tears. May I always listen to the anniversary waltz with you.